Hi, Molly. So I wanted to show you, we talked about using Microsoft um, Word online with the box file. And I have issues too sometimes. I think what makes it not work, this is just my guess, but is that there's a slow like wireless connection, or the internet's working up, or like we were talking about, it could be too that a lot of folks are accessing it at once, which isn't ideal, but we definitely have workarounds. So if it ends up that this is not the best way to do it for you, that's fine. So I'm going to go into your project plan. And if I go into that, so over here, if you do Word Online, oh, see, and I wonder if that's maybe part of it too. If you have pop-up on there. So, but I'm going to change it, and I'm going to say always and done. And let's try it again. There. So I think that was the issue, was the pop-up blocker. So maybe that would help too if that comes up and you enable it. I'm on a Mac and I'm using Google Chrome. I'm used to Firefox, but I've been hearing over and over we should use Chrome for Canvas and for this. So it's open now. There is not a save button. It just automatically will save it every couple seconds. The other thing I wanted to show you though is you can also, now I have to figure out how to close this. I'm just going to close it here, I think in the tab. But the other option is you can always download. Now, the reason that they don't want you to do this, I think, and I have to go to my downloads. Let's see here, download, is because of version control. So sometimes if you have it locally, you save it locally, and then you upload it, you might have a couple copies or local or something. So I think it just kind of makes life easier if you can do it with the online. But all right, so let's say I'm going to close this though, because I don't want to upload the wrong version to your thing. So what I'll do is I'm just going to put a sample file in here in your box folder, and then I will delete it so it's not in there. So if you wanted to, so let's go back to the beginning. So if you log in and you see, sorry, I'll go all the way back to the beginning. So you log into Box. Here is the faculty folders, and then authoring, and then navigate to your folder. So once you're in here, on the right hand side, there's an upload button, and you can just hit file, and then let's see here, we'll just do one from my desktop. So we'll just do this. I'll upload the one Sarah had created. So if you save a Word doc locally, you'll just navigate to it, click open, and it's going to upload. So anything you have locally for a Word doc, you can just go ahead and do that. Just simply click upload, and then Wade and Brad will get a notification that it's in here. I will as well. So I'm going to delete that. So if you would upload something you don't want it in there, you just go to more actions and trash, and it'll get rid of it. Okay. I know what the other thing I was going to show you, since I'm recording. Let me just stop this a minute. I need to go into Pressbooks, and I have that over here. So the URL, I got to start sharing again. Let me do this. Share. Okay, so the URL for Pressbooks, I'll send you directly to your book. But so this is the URL. It's just the main URL. So if you leave your book and you need to sign back in, you just do sign in. And mine's going to look a lot different because I'm an administrator, but this kind of gives you an idea. Okay, so sign in. And you can save it. I always do, so that it's on here. But then I don't know my password when I need it, but if I'm on another computer. And you can just go to my books, and then your book will be right there. So it's pretty simple that way. So let me show you. We'll just go into this as an example. If I go into the book, then I'll go in that way, and then I click on admin. And then, so this is what I was saying about the table of contents, right? So Wade and Brad can set this up for you. If you have an outline in a Word doc as to what chapters, they can set that up. This is the page I was saying, like, eventually that's where you would put your licensing info, but Amanda will go through all of that when we do the webinar. So if you click on this, this is the editing interface, and it's very simple. It looks a lot like, like a word processor, like Microsoft Office, Word docs. And then if you want to get really fancy, you can put in coding. But again, that's why Wade and Brad are here. So we'll go through that. And then it's just the save button is here. You can go back to organize, or it has the navigation to. Now, the thing that is kind of confusing, and we'll go through this again in the webinar, but so if I'm in organize and I'm on my dashboard, Pressbooks was created for people that are doing kind of their own publishing. So it wasn't created for online ebooks, but that's what we're using it for. And so what we think of as a chapter, like chapter 12, chapter 13, that's really a part. So if you were going to add it, let's say chapter 15 after this, you would go to add part. And that is where you would put in your new chapter title and then anything you want on that main page. Pages are actually called chapters. So once we have the TOC create, the table of contents, right, and you have your chapters, it'll be very easy because you can just go here and you say add chapter. You just have to remember in your mind that a chapter is really a page. So that's pretty much it. But I'm going to go create your Pressbook now, get you into B-Books, and I'm going to send an email to all three of our faculty that are working on this at your campus so that we can hopefully get together when I'm in town in a couple weeks. So, all right, thanks.